Now, we made our predictions, but if you watch the EU versus NA Pro Series Super Finals, we are bad at predictions. Quite awful at predictions.
Yeah. I don't think there's a polite way of saying that one. Yeah, we're pretty bad at predictions.
And oftentimes we would make multiple different predictions because we had multiple people and they were still wrong. Even when we had 3 different people and there were 3 outcomes, one would agree with the other and it would be the third.
I felt so bad because Xavier would be like, I agree with Duke. And then I would I would let him so astray and I feel so terrible.
Top player brain, man. It's a different kind of animal.
Yeah. It's on a whole other level. One thing we also learned from that Pro Series Super Final, EU pretty good at 2v2s.
Yep.
They were able to win it out in the 2v2 rotation section. We'll see if they can repeat that here in the World Championship 2v2 section.
But all 3 of those members are out of the tournament. Blue and Simple are out.
No, Viper's in.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Viper's still in. My bad. My bad.
2/3 of those members are
2/3 are knocked out. My bad. And I think actually Hermisen's picture where he's wearing the yellow shirt, I think that's from Pro Series. When he was on yellow team, maybe?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. What a nice coincidence.
Like, that's why he was wearing the yellow shirt.
Was Ariel on purple team?
If Ariel was on any Pro Series team, my guess is it's on Hermisen's team.
No,
he was in Pro Series.
It was Goosey, M for Mini, and who was the 3rd member?
I'll look it up right now. On Brawlhalla.com/Brawlhalla-Pro-Series.
This happened quite a while ago.
My laptop is quite slow to load.
It would be a nice coincidence, though, if Ariel was on the purple team, Hermisen was on the yellow team, and they come together to make this purple and yellow.
You mean blue?
What?
You mean blue and yellow?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, it was Hermisen, Agzo, and Machete.
Yeah,
that was their team. I'm waiting on the picture to load to find out which team Ariel was on. He was on the orange team.
Okay.
I knew he was with Ninja and QS.
I knew he was on a team.
Yeah, I did too. I thought he was on Hermisen's team.
We're going to get right on into game number 1 of Remmy and Phazon versus Hermisen and Ariel. And interesting picks coming out from Phazon onto the Cassidy. I was not expecting this one. Generally speaking, we see Phazon and Remmy with like a Val Bodvar or a Hotori Bodvar.
Yeah, I didn't get to see very many of their 2v2 games either. A lot of these teams that have made it into the top 8, when I did my block with like Taza, I don't think we got to see very many of these top 8 teams.
Dude, maybe that's the tech. Don't let Sparky watch you in your pools matches. And,
dude, that might be it.
And you might make top 8. But so far, Remmy, first one to fall. Very quick stock loss. Ooh, big ground pound coming out from Phazon.
And despite having the lowest defense, or depending on stance, maybe tied for lowest defense, he's the last one to lose his first stock. Remmy's got to be careful. He's taking some serious punishment compared to everyone else.
But some nice blasters play coming out from Phazon.
So with this Cassidy Bodvar team comp, you don't have the Axe Hammer. Like we've been talking about, is such a popular 2v2 combo.
Yeah, the European team has it. Instead, looks like Phazon and Remmy, they want just double hammer. They value that hammer so much more. The great pickup from Phazon. Remmy basically acting as bait, like, yeah, I'll stay inside this combo. You're going to stay here longer for my teammate to come in and finish you off.
Nice little 3-piece on the aerial, too. The neutral light from Phazon, ground pound from Remmy. Remmy disengages, then Phazon goes over for the edge guard to put on a little bit more damage with the down air.
Big side air from Hermisen. puts Phazon onto his final stock. Remy's got to hold on here for a moment, but Hermisen catches his teammate.
Just a little bit of a misstep.
Ooh, Phazon locking up both red team members, keeping Remy alive, giving him time to get back to the stage. Aerial going to join everyone on their final stocks.
It's a damage race. Remy versus Hermisen. Ooh. Remy sent dangerously far. The weapon toss coming out. Phazon doing what he can.
Hermisen's in trouble. Aerial has to make the rotation. He gets the recovery. Hermisen able to make it back safely.
Good work from Phazon, giving Remy plenty of room to come back. The side air, unfortunately for Phazon, it bounces Hermisen off the stage, taking away that momentum. Remy holding on. Phazon very damaged. Remy very damaged. Remy is out.
All left to Phazon. High dexterity means he can get away with some riskier plays with his hammer. Gonna have less recovery frames, but still gets caught by the stomp down air. Hermisen and Aerial take game number 1.
Aerial noticing that when he hit that stomp, he was basically stacked, so side air would not have hit, had to go for the down air.
They're going right back to Mammoth. No character swaps on any side as we get ready for game number 2.
I can't remember if Stomp Insig is true until knockout.
Sorry, who?
Stomp Insig on Thor?
For who?
Hammer? Thor?
Oh, for Thor?
Yeah.
Yes. But to be fair to Aerial, he's not technically a Thor main, right?
Yeah.
Like he's a Sentinel main, and Stomp Ensig isn't a Sentinel thing. So he's going to go for something he's more consistent with, something more practice. Great pickup from Phazon onto the neutral signature.
Cassidy finding more play at the Brawlhalla World Championship 2019 than she probably has in
All of 2019?
Yeah, probably in 2.5 years.
I mean, there was like Hazen played Cassidy for a little bit, and then Thor came out. Nice down like ground pound from Hermisen, though, on the right side. Still not enough to finish off Phazon, which means this blue team has a lead. Great setup from Aerial, just locking everyone up. Uh-oh.
Nice.
Beats out the recovery. Phazon holding on to the stock advantage again for his team.
There's the neutral light. Remy was there looking for the follow-up, but Hermisen was there to punish him. Stomp sidelight actually doesn't hit Hermisen, but does hit Aerial.
Aerial threw out the neutral signature. Phazon still on his first stock, though. Everybody about equal in damage. This is big for the blue team.
And Remy before, he was the one taking quite a bit of damage. And he's going a little bit better than everyone else right now. Not quite as good as Phazon, but still, it's definitely a positive.
He's still doing better than the red team. Aerial and Hermisen now onto their final stocks. Can't even think about taking out Remy because Phazon is so incredibly unhurt, and Remy's got a second stock behind this one.
Man, their hammer follow-ups are fantastic. These just 1 or 2 hits here and there. Going to lead to a huge damage output overall. Ooh.
Nice down air from Hermisen. Stomp side air, weapon toss attempt. Is he going to go for another one? No, instead is looking for just an aerial attack, but does not connect. Phazon able to get back safely.
Aerial's got to be careful. Super damaged here. They are already up 1 game, but man, going up 2-0, going into game 3 against Phazon and Remy would be amazing. Hermisen's going to have to find that clutch.
This is going to be tough for Hermisen. Both the blue team members fairly healthy, more healthy than Hermisen at the very least. Locked up in that neutral light. Follow up side air, the weapon toss. Hermisen's going to fall. Remy and Phazon take game number 2.
You already hear that Cassidy getting locked in. Phazon looking really good on the Cassidy.
Yeah. It's one of those picks that, like, I was not expecting at all, but when you're seeing it, you're like, yeah, this makes a lot of sense. He has amazing blasters. He used to be one of the OG blasters players, And then, of course, he's got a great hammer as well. He's played hammer alongside with his Bodvar, and he's got a teammate to teach him all the nuances of hammer. So he's definitely going to be able to pick up some great stuff with that Cassidy.
And he actually is putting into the defense stance. So he is going to have 5 defense.
That makes a lot of sense.
Mammoth, Dome, and Apocalypse were left on the field. We're going to Mammoth.
I like the fist bump before the game from Ariel and Hermisen. Is that kind of like their pregame ritual for every single one? Great pickup from Hermisen. Goes for the read. Didn't catch either blue team member.
Ariel finding like 3 hits on a Phazon. Phazon already orange.
But we've seen Phazon extend stocks before. We've seen him really push his stocks to the brink.
Man, just barely beating out that ground pound from Hermisen. Stomp side air from Remmy. Taking out a Thor first early in the game. That would be fantastic for Remmy and Phazon.
Yeah, despite the fact that there was a nice start from the red team, they were able to get both blue team members with an axe combo. The blue team, first ones to take a stock.
Man, Phazon somehow still clutching. Clutching to life, just almost getting to that wall.
Nice pickup from Hermisen. Red team with a very small lead here.
Hermisen on his first stock, staying relatively in the middle of the stage. But he gets picked up with the recovery by Phazon. Immediate rotation in, Phazon also putting out damage onto Ariel.
Trying to split these blue team members. You see Ariel trying to shove Remmy to the right side. Hermisen trying to shove Phazon to the left side. But they get caught up on each other and the side signature connects onto both.
Ooh, D-Light instant coming out from Hermisen. Ariel and Remmy about even in damage. Phazon and Hermisen even in damage. Ooh, Hermisen wants to clean up this edge guard. Goes for the ground pound. Remmy just stays wide, waits.
Ooh.
Hermisen picks up the recovery. Remmy sent high, back to the main platform. Neutral signature from Phazon. Immediately punished by a side air from Hermisen, but not before the K.
Oh, that saved him!
Oh man, that was the outside of the sword recovery, and the force dump is at the tip.
He did not get the force dump. Phazon's gonna fall. Remmy's
Oh,
gonna fall.
no.
Hermisen still on the stock. The save from Remmy was too much. Phazon trying to play back, but you see the way Ariel is hunting for him. They're trying to take out Phazon. They know he's one of the lower defense players in the game. Sidelight Cider, it's left to Remmy in the 1v2. Hermisen still with an extra stock as well. This is big for the red team.
Gonna take away that second stock from Hermisen. Still has half of a stock of Thor to get through, and then a full Bryn stock. Ooh, that downlight. You hit any good knockout move, Remmy's likely done. There it is. It's going to be an axe dare from Hermisen. They're going to take the lead in this set 2-1 over Phazon and Remmy.
Are we going to see an EU losers semifinal? Ariel and Hermisen just have to win one more to take out another North American team and go up against Hyson and Viper.
We're going back to Mammoth.
Still no swaps. Generally in this position, when you are one game away from getting knocked out, you'll see players start to panic and go to the comforts, right? They're their old mainstays. Phazon, not going to do so. He's like, we came in with a game plan, and I am going to stick to that.
That can also be really dangerous, though, to swap this late in a set and to start almost from the ground up on a new character when you can only lose one game.
Big side signature coming out from Phazon.
Was all the way on the right side of the stage, so it's not going to lead to the knockout. The stomp Sair. Not going to be the option to hit.
Scoop takes out Hermisen. Phazon and Remmy with the advantage. No weapons on the field. The EU team is looking for something. There's the spawn. Hermisen picks it up.
Sidelight into the air, just a little bit more damage on this second stock from Hermisen. Into the dare. Hermisen taking some punishment.
Yeah, Hermisen's in trouble right now. Big side sig, but Phazon not going to get KO'd.
Yeah, it's going to be another case of a side signature being on the wrong side of the stage.
Still not enough, dude. Phazon on this 5 defense Cassidy looking so incredibly tanky. Like, he's surviving. He's out surviving a Thor.
Yeah, he's sleeper 8 def. Sleeper 8.
Big down air. Hermisen finally takes a chunk out of that secret 8 defense.
Sidelight nair. Good follow-up from Aerial. It seemed like Hermisen knew he was rotating in too, because Hermisen didn't really go for that third hit. Gave Aerial plenty of room to come in with that orb recovery.
Stomp side air. Hermisen down to his final stock. Uh-oh. A little bit of team damage.
Yeah, a little bit onto Remmy, but also a little bit onto Aerial. It's 4 stocks to 3. Aerial pretty damaged on this second one.
Ooh, Phazon makes it back safely. Hermisen with a deep commit on that ground pound. But Phazon's going to disengage. Neutral signature, still not enough to take out Remmy. Oh my goodness, Hermisen Aerial struggling to finish off stocks.
Weapon toss is going to take one. Unarmed side air. Likely going to take the other.
Yes. Ooh, that was scary. Hermisen, if he got caught, could have given the chase dodge to Remmy.
Hermisen hasn't taken hardly any damage since he's been on his final stock, and it's been a long time that he's been there.
That's exactly what his team needs. If he gets caught, it's going to just leave Aerial in the 1v2. He has to survive. He has to extend this stock as long as he can.
Hermisen trying to do what he can on the ground with the axe. Ooh.
Big ground pound. Remmy's gone! Phazon with the save, the down air, but Hermisen finishes it off at the top.
Is this going to be a 3-1 for Aerial and Hermisen Phazon in the clutch situation in loser's quarters at the Brawlhalla World Championship? Possibly the clutch of his career here.
Can he do it? Hermisen fairly damaged. Goes for the side stick. Hermisen outspaces it. Scoop. Oh, Phazon off screen. The secret 8 defense from Phazon. Is it enough? Stop!
He's done!
Aerial and Hermisen.
You see Hermisen fired up from the win that he and Aerial just took over Phazon and Remmy, one of the premier 2v2 teams in the world, a team who has won an offline event, the team who broke Boomy and Sandstorm's offline event streak. Hermisen pumped up, man. They have to be feeling so good.
That is definitely a big win for Aerial and Hermisen.
And it is going to be an EU losers semi-finals.
That is wild. EU in the